Hello, it's Ash, starting with the intro video for Final Fantasy XIV on a Let's Play for the storyline.
Here. Here. Feel. Here. Feel. Think.
Hey, you. You alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, don't worry. Chocobos! They're like my favorite thing about Final Fantasies. You there, halt. What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friends, so don't be too disappointed when you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look. Samus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Huh. Business as usual. Huh. I'm a jaw, to arms, to arms. Hello. 7 L's. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Is that our blessing? Ugly suckers. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods we're sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Seeing as we still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't care much for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventure's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that attracted you to it? Well, just so you know, one of these three, each one gives you a different type of ring. Being that we're a pugilist, I think it's power that I want. Yeah, it's a mute protagonist, but she still has an attitude. Power, as in, power to do good, like protecting the weak and fighting and for what's right, and all that. Aye, that's what I thought you meant. Well, adventures do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you'd best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Old is home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a sword, your fists, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By and by, is this your first trip to Ulda? Yes. Is it? Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ulda's ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, this syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarious cronies would happily rid her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists aren't nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no signs of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Mjala, couldn't care less about the Undolian politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift of peddlers and breed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ulda, the jewel of Thanalin, where folk turned sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises, a solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance, her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, and then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied patronage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Oi, venture, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell? Name's Wyman, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some valuable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even. Just as one, like. I.e., nothing is free in Ul'dah. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you would wish to use. I use mouse and controller, even though it's on the PlayStation. You can use controller. Only time you'll ever see me use controller is when I'm gathering. And that's only because it is much easier with the controller because it's very, 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 very tedious. It's basically the same as any other MMO, WASD, jump with the spacebar. You can turn your controller, move the camera. Mouse gets cranky. Okay, initiate quests. You see this little marker? That means he's got a quest. You right click on him. Once you've initiated a quest, the prompt will appear like this. It'll tell you what you're going to receive. I'll be able to explain it better than the little tutorial does. To be recognized as an adventurer with the city-state of Ul'dah, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. You'll receive 50 experience and 103 gil. Accept. Tis plain to anyone with the eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you'll be certain to get yourself mugged and worse. And I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momandi. She's a master of the adventuring guilds and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through those double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventure and adventurer. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Go away. Okay. This is your basically your quest list. It usually comes down to about here. Here is your inventory. Is that the ring he gave us? No. Here's a quick and easy thing. If you click here, it's going to give you your recommended gear. Not always you want to do this, but for now, we're going to use that. I usually use that up until I'm much higher. For now, it'll work. This will show you your class and jobs. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And there's all the stuff, all the classes, all the crafting and gathering classes you can do. You can become every job on here on one character. You can do every single one of those. So I can level up as Pugilist, Lancer, Rogue, Samurai, do every single one of those as Ashenda Woodward. The only reason I didn't choose my normal Ashenda Fire Mist is because I already have one. And she is like level 70 in Thermagist, or not Thermagist, Arcanist, Red Mage, Scholar. something else and I don't remember. Anyways, she's got a couple level 70s on her. So if I'm going to show you the story, she is not the one to show you. So, that being said, I made a new character so I could show you the story. And unfortunately, it won't let me show you character creation. This means it's a quest completion or a quest continuation. So, in this case, it's a quest completion. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momandi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after the green adventurers like you yourself, is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amlajah, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on... forever now. Then there's a Guardian Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, and people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's been scarce 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like an egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in a blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version about what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think that people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve, and that's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than what you found her, and if you can promise me that, I'll be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'll be counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like in the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Anyhow, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Ashenda Woodward. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Woodward, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, it's said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You too attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bother me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on the many manhoods her acquaintance from time to time. Anyhow, any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Shenda. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. That includes the introductory game tutorial. Taking the first step as an adventurer of the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momundi Mondi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. And I think I've hit my 30-minute mark, so I think we're gonna call it. But I hope you've enjoyed this first steps into Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll continue. I may continue this in a few minutes, but at least I can say we've gotten started. Have a good one.